is worth it. Then you being here tonight is more than worth it. If you're going to ask me, aren't you tired? You know what, my dear brothers and sisters? It is only in California that I got rid of my jet lag. I'm actually very, very tired. But seeing you, seriously, seeing you, how can I complain? Look at your faces, it was so jolly. Eating McDonald's. There's this quote that came from Dostoevsky. Don't ask me how to spell it. He says, love in the novels is beautiful and sweet, but love in real life is a harsh and dreadful thing. I was contemplating on it. I was asking myself, what does it actually mean? Did I say anything funny? Topic for tonight. The first slide, that was for the people who weren't able to make it to Chicago. Like Manong John. Not calling you out, I'm just saying. I'm used to seeing them all the time. But now, I actually miss them. That's why I'm calling them. But anyway, that was the first slide. Second slide, this is the topic for tonight. Topic for tonight is true love and everything in between. Journey to true love. I don't know how to stitch them together, but let's see. How many of you have been in love? Raise your hand. I've been in love. I've been in love. Better. I think. Then you know, if you've been in love, then you know that the journey in love is not all sweet and happy, right? You've been in a relationship that's all happy and sweet. Because, wow, God, good job. Good job, good for you. Because I've been married for the past 11 years, turning 12 this year. Met my wife in Singles for Christ. So look at the people around you who might be sitting next to the person that you will end up marrying 12 years after. Anyway, it's not easy. My wife and I would get into these arguments and just start arguing, bordering to fighting. And I know Kung Fu, but I'm joking. We would end up in these arguments. And every time I would ask myself, especially during our early years together, the silliest things. Me misunderstanding what she meant. Funny with women, huh? I don't know what's wrong with women. But funny with men too. I just started to notice that there are more women than men. That number. So, funny about people. Listen to this conversation. My wife, this was early on in our relationship. We would have date nights. Phone my wife from work and I would ask her, "You want to go out tonight?" And she would go, "Up to you." Then we answer, I said, "Okay, let's go out and eat. Where do you want to eat?" "It's up to you." Okay. Date night comes, take her out, take her to this restaurant, and she goes, "Why did you take me here?" And I think now, wasn't it up to me? then we would argue. No, sorry. We would deliberate. We would deliberate these things. To the point that I will tell her, didn't you just tell me earlier that it was up to me? So, we're here. But you know I don't blah, 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 blah. You have told me that you don't want to be here or go to somewhere that you like. You know, why? It's easy. You just tell me. So now I've learned my lesson. After 12 years, every time I would set up a date with my wife, I would ask her, you want to go out tonight? Up to you. Okay, we will go out tonight. Do you want to eat in this restaurant? No. Okay, very good. Do you want to go watch a movie? Up to you. Transformers? No. Fault in Our Stars? Yes. Moral of the story, it's not up to me. In hindsight, I actually enjoyed the dynamic. Why? Because I always find myself asking the Lord, is she really the one? Maybe he's down the road. Up to this day, I ask. I pray actually. You know, with all these arguments, with all these misunderstandings, and all these ups and downs in this relationship, is she really the one? Funny thing is, because the Lord always answers yes. Sometimes I find myself asking myself if I will be able to do this. Tell myself sometimes, we can never go far. I think 13 is maximum. But you know what? The Lord just really pushes you. Come to think of it, love is not a line. It's not a line that you cross, okay, milestone 1, okay, milestone 2. Line is an everyday decision. So love is an everyday decision. Every second you need to journey beyond. I was able to connect. Every second you go forward and journey beyond. Just like the lives of the saints. One thing going for us is that we never journey alone. In community, you have friends who would encourage you. Co-household members who would tell you, don't give up. It's part of married life. Don't give up. It's part of being active in SFC. Don't give up. Don't worry. We will journey with you. Even though we know how hard it is. We will journey with you. That's the beauty of being in community, right? Are you here with your households tonight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Your household head here?
Household, there you go.
Are your household heads here?
Yes.
You know, their lives is a living testimony that we should go beyond. I honor my households. I shared this back in conference, and I remember my first household head, how he made me realize the importance of prayer. I remember him, his name's Dino. He asked me one time, I was very new in community, it was about my first year community, he asked me out of the blue, so Shok, what time is your prayer time? I said, prayer time? In my head. So I asked, what's prayer time? Prayer time is a defined time where you know, go somewhere and actually pray.
30 videos.
I made up a time. So I don't have a prayer time, but you know, I don't want to disappoint him. So I said, 6 a.m. Oh, really? I said, yeah, 6 a.m. I pray every okay. Few months passed. My mother wakes me up. 5:45 in the morning. Michael, someone's looking for you downstairs. This early? Open the door na. I see him, all perked up and smiling. Hi. I said, oh, Kuya, why are you here? I thought he got into an accident, had a flat tire somewhere, and needed some help. I said, oh, Kuya, why are you here? He goes, I will join you. Really, where? Is it 6 a.m. your prayer time? Wow. It just dawned on me. So I said, yeah, actually I'm starting. You know what? From that time on, up until today, at 6 a.m. I wake up and praise the Lord. Because I don't want him knocking at Kuya Perry's door, looking for me at 5:45. No, but really, at first it was just for a show. At first, I just gave him a number so that he can be happy with it. At first, I just gave him my yes so that he will stop from bugging me. You know what? The Lord transforms your answers and makes you convicted of it. So I said, oh, okay. So now, every time I pray, I would remember him. I would remember that at one point, I made up a story and this guy caught me. Up to this day, Christian life is not easy. Similar to journeying. And probably similar to love. Love, it's an everyday thing. Sometimes you're just tired. Sometimes you're just too weak. Sometimes you get caught in the moment. Sometimes you just don't know. Right? It's natural. That's what we always say. It's natural. That's the problem with it. It's natural. We need something spiritual. Why so serious? Okay, for this session, I just have to remind you of something. I will not talk about the gushy feeling of being in love tonight. So if you're here thinking that I'll be talking about mushy things, holding hands, looking each other in the eye, so sorry to disappoint you. And yes, this is definitely about you. No, I will not talk about your love lives. Yes, maybe get a little bit cheesy, but not too cheesy. And no is not the answer to God's call. The topic actually is about more than love. Well, the left side, your left is how the world views love, and on your right, that's how the Bible defines love. Love on your left is how the world sees it. Love on the right is how we see it. Who among you here have your Bibles with you? That's 1, 2, 3. Can I ask you to read the first book of Samuel, verses 15 to 22. First book of Samuel, chapter 15, verse 22. It's a beautiful question that Samuel asks. Okay? If someone's angry. First Samuel 15, 22. 15, 22. First one to find it. Okay. Go read it, bro.
To which Samuel said,